Hello, Jakub. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, Max. Sure. My name is Jakub Klimek, and I'm from the Charles University, where I do research in linked data and the semantic modeling of data. And I also work for the Ministry of the Interior of the Czech Republic in the team of the National Open Data Coordinator, where I'm in charge of the Czech National Open Data Catalog, which relies quite heavily on DCAT-AP, which is one of the specifications which is at the core of today's conference.
And you have been involved with semantic interoperability through your work, and I know you also have been involved with SEMIC for a long time already. Is there something that you could say that SEMIC actually helps you doing in your work?
Definitely. In the work of, or in the field of the National Open Data Catalog, as I mentioned, we rely quite heavily on DCAT-AP, which is one of the specifications created within SEMIC. And initially, when DCAT-AP was younger, we were actually missing some features that were added gradually after discussions with the community, such as support for the data services and support for formats for packaged files and compressed files and all that. And therefore now I think that DCAT-AP is really good resource to be implemented in data portals throughout Europe.
And are there any things that you see coming in the future that you think SEMIC could contribute to helping implement?
Almost definitely. Now the implementing act on the high-value datasets is in place, saying basically which attributes of certain datasets should be published throughout member states. But what is missing is technical specifications on how to do that exactly. And without those specifications, such as DCAT-AP exists for metadata, those specifications would have to exist in all those areas identified by the High-Value Datasets Implementing Act. But without those, basically each member state would publish their dataset in a different way, making the result not interoperable technically. It would have the same contents and it would comply with the high-level requirements of the Implementing Act, but the interoperability on the technical level would not be there, meaning that the value of the datasets would not be so high as it could be.
So, and this is something that in the next period, SEMIC could help the member states to try and find the common approaches for those.
I think SEMIC needs to do that. Because otherwise, there is no one else to actually help the data publishers in the individual member states because they have no one else to talk to than SEMIC.
So, and then the SEMIC network or the SEMIC community from the various member states can actually work together to find common solutions on this issue.
Well, not alone, because those members of the SEMIC community typically are technical experts and semantic interoperability experts, but they are not domain experts in the areas identified as high-value datasets. But they can facilitate communication with the domain experts in those areas within their own states and cross-border, basically providing some basic level of technical and semantic interoperability while preserving some domain accuracy required in the individual domains.
Okay, thank you for your input, Jakub, and thank you very much for your willingness to be involved with this interview.
Thank you.